Could Robbie join Cobra Kai? Who are the new bullies on the block? And how long will Daniel and Johnny's alliance actually last? Hi, I'm Dylan. Let's get kicking. Robbie joins Cobra Kai? Whoa! Perhaps the biggest revelation in the trailer was seeing John Kreese visiting Robbie while he's what appears to be a prison. Undoubtedly, this hints at the fact that Kreese is going to want to sink his claws into Robbie next, maybe in an effort to get back at Johnny. It's evident to all of us that Robbie is having a tough time in the slammer, as we see him getting beaten up quite badly in some shots. Knowing what we do about him, he's also likely scared and lonely by himself. He's at the lowest point he's ever been, and we don't know who's stuck with him throughout this whole ordeal. In his despair, he could turn to Kreese and actually become a part of this new Cobra Kai. After all, when you don't have anyone, you'll embrace the first person to give you a chance. Speaking about his character to glamour, actor Tanner Buchanan said, "I know he's in some trouble right now, obviously, with kicking Miguel off the banister, but he really is trying to get his life on track. It's a vicious cycle for him, so I just like to see that consistency in the character to continue to do extremely well." The question is, will Robbie reject Kreese's advances if he's the only person who will be there for him? Familiar faces return. For months, fans have debated if we'd ever see Chozen again, especially after it was revealed that Daniel would travel to Okinawa in Season 3. Well, not only did we get confirmation that Chozen is back, but also Daniel's former flame, Kumiko. While Chozen's face looks rather stern in the footage and we see him and Daniel square off on the mat, it's likely their encounter will be far friendlier than the last time they met. After all, Chozen is much older now, and probably not holding on to old grudges anymore. In fact, don't be surprised if it's Chozen and Kumiko who help Daniel reconnect with everything he learned from Mr. Miyagi. Right now, the former Karate Kid is a bit lost and needs a reminder of what Miyagi-Do is all about. By going back to the past, it'll help him move forward in the future, as he's able to get back to what karate really meant to him and Mr. Miyagi. Daniel's Okinawa journey might not be about Mr. Miyagi, but more about Daniel finding himself again. And quite frankly, it's about time that the characters from The Karate Kid Part 2 make an appearance, because that cast was totally awesome! Johnny helps Miguel recover. Look, this was always going to be a given, especially considering how responsible Johnny feels about Miguel's injury. Though no one could have predicted how Johnny would act as a different kind of sensei for Miguel in Season 3. In the footage, we see Johnny doing absolutely everything possible to rehab Miguel. He's getting him to push himself to get back to being what he was. And it's actually powerful and emotional to see just how much Johnny is giving of himself to his student. He refuses to accept that Miguel will never be the same again, even if his eyes show that he's scared about the alternative. It's a version of Johnny that we don't see too often. He's concerned about Miguel and knows that this is something out of his hands. Yet, he doesn't give up on him, actually proving that Cobra Kai never dies is not just about karate, but life. This accident could be the catalyst that finally forces Johnny to change who he is and turn his life around. Maybe Miguel's recovery is also an opportunity to fix what's broken inside of Johnny. Sam and Tori will fight again. If you thought Sam and Tori's beef ended in the Season 2 finale, you're strongly mistaken. These two alphas are destined to do this dance again and again. And Season 3's trailer shows that Tori is out for revenge. While we don't get to see an epic showdown between the two of them in this new footage, we do spot Tori lurking around and preying on Sam. She appears in several scenes, looking menacing and like she's goading her into a fight. So what's Sam gonna do about it? In case you'd forgotten, Amanda told Sam and Daniel in no uncertain terms, no more karate. In the trailer, however, we see Sam and Daniel training again. So does this mean they're defying Amanda's wishes? Also, after what happened to Miguel, does Sam really want to fight Tori, who's shown that she is willing to do whatever it takes to win? More importantly, Tori is much more dangerous now under Kreese's training, and she seems to be particularly upset in some of the new scenes. Maybe something bad happened, or we might finally get to meet her mother, who many fans speculate is Allie Mills. Hopefully, whichever this goes, things don't end for Sam the same way they ended for Miguel in the Season 2 finale. Miyagi-Do becomes the bully. After what Robbie did to Miguel, it's evident that Miyagi-Do can't claim to be the good guys anymore. And Sam even asks her father the same thing in the new trailer. However, there are a few scenes where it looks like Miyagi-Do students intentionally go looking for trouble with Cobra Kai. There's a spot where Dimitri trips Hawk and sends him tumbling to the ground. Obviously, we don't have context of what happened here or if someone did or said something, but this action goes against Miyagi-Do's principles. You aren't supposed to retaliate unless you're under threat and need to defend yourself. And this looked more like an act out of pettiness and an opportunity to show Hawk up. What's likely occurred is that Miyagi-Do has now realized it can defend itself, and some students have gotten a little bit cocky. It's pretty much exactly what happened with Cobra Kai's new breed, who were also bullied, then discovered their own power. Naturally, Daniel can't be too pleased about this, since his teachings were never about creating a new set of bullies, but about self-empowerment for kids. It looks like the division between the bullies and the bullied might not be so clear anymore. Hawk breaks bad. Is this the part where we play the song Bad to the Bone? Because that's exactly what Hawk has proven to be. While the previous seasons showed us his journey from a shy kid to a bona fide karate badass, he might be a mini John Kreese in the making. The trailer kicks off with Hawk telling Johnny how he got soft and it cost Cobra Kai. Then we see a flurry of shots where he looks a lot more aggressive than he's ever been. In many ways, he's adopted the Johnny role from the Karate Kid movie, where he's the leader of the pack among the Cobra Kai students. He's Kreese's #1 guy, and the one who will do his bidding, no questions asked. What's dangerous about this is, he has no moral compass now. With Miguel and Johnny out of the picture, there's no one to restrain him or to say we don't do that around here. And that could be particularly bad news for his former friend Dimitri. After having embarrassed Hawk in front of the entire school, the new face of Cobra Kai could be out for blood. Does make you wonder though, how far will he take his lust for violence and revenge? Johnny and Daniel team up. Peeps, it's finally happening! Ever since Cobra Kai was first announced, fans have dreamt of the moment when Johnny and Daniel would channel their inner double dragon and take down everyone in their path. We've seen hints of a pending alliance, but Season 3's trailer shows us a brief moment when they take down a bunch of other guys as a dynamic duo. Of course, this team-up proves that Daniel and Johnny are now on the same page and working together, much like Batman and Robin. This might not necessarily be by choice though, but because of their common enemy, John Kreese. With the veteran sensei poisoning the minds of the next generation, it's up to Daniel and Johnny to put a stop to him before he ruins any more young lives. It's an exciting prospect that'll probably play out like a buddy cop comedy because of their different points of view. Sure, they have the same objective, but their methods will differ a little more drastically. Also, as we've seen before, they're both quite volatile and hot-headed, with any slight hiccup likely to rock their alliance. And how long will it be until they're at each other's throats again? Regardless, as fans, we hope we'll get to see more than a few scenes where they get to show off their outstanding karate moves as a team. Who knows, maybe even Johnny will do a crane kick at some point too. Amanda gets involved. Probably the sanest person in Cobra Kai is Daniel's wife, Amanda. She thinks the whole feud between the dojos is silly and says exactly what everyone at home is thinking about Johnny and Daniel's petulant behavior. Yet, Season 3's trailer shows that something has changed. Not only does she storm into the Cobra Kai dojo to confront Kreese, but she also proceeds to whack him across the face. Whoa! Looks like Amanda really means business in this new season. The thing is, if she's mad enough to resort to violence, something big must have happened. Either with her daughter Sam, or maybe even her son Anthony. Up until now, Anthony hasn't had much contact with Cobra Kai, but this could change in the new season. Maybe he was jumped by the students and Amanda has just had enough of all this karate nonsense. But if she's getting stuck in now, that means things have escalated to a whole new level. Considering that Kreese is the source of her ire, there's no doubt that he must have done something completely despicable. Yet there's no denying her bravery here as she walks into Kreese's turf and slaps the snot out of him. But Amanda getting physical might not be the biggest surprise of the new season. Of course, we're talking about Allie, who's been teased for a long time. Come on, we all know she's coming at this point, right? The Season 3 trailer for Cobra Kai has gotten fans giddy with excitement. It was explosive and packed with enough intrigue and action to get us hyped for the new episodes that are only a few weeks away. And we're literally counting down the seconds until then. But now it's time to hear from you. Do you think Robbie will side with John Kreese? And will Miguel manage to recover from his horrific accident with Johnny's help? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for some more awesome videos.